Hello friends, it's Ray. And so today we're going to be building a floating table in my backyard. However, that work is going to start here in the garage. So basically I have the plans mapped out right here. So basically I have to have like this base plate, right, that I'll show you right now. And then this is going to be like our supporting frame, which you'll see in person later on in the video. This is also the supporting frame, however this is a different angle. I'll go a little bit more into depth once I show you everything, but just so you see those, they're on the side for now. And we have our materials. So basically with these materials, my plan is to basically go ahead and set up this base, and this base is going to consist of these boards going like so. Just like that. And then so you can see we have our basic rough square. And then we're going to get this to be one of our supporting in the center. And this is just for reference. I don't have one cut out yet, but we'll do that in a later part of the video. This is going to go for reference again, not the one we're going to actually use. It's going to go something like this, preferably stuck to this one, but also making contact with these. So our final formation for the base again should look like this. Then we'll go ahead and flip this whole thing over, and then we're going to go ahead and flip it all over. Then we'll anchor it to our post right here from this end, and then that'll leave us with a basic base, right? To which we can then go ahead and, if you look over here behind us, to which we can go ahead and then use this sheet of plywood. And I'm going to go ahead and cut it and then mark it out and then put it on top. And these are the basic components of our floating table. So yeah, I'm going to keep you updated on the progress, and we're going to keep on doing our thing here, and I'll keep you updated. Alrighty guys, so to get started, this is going to be kind of the first initial part of the process. I've already began just to show you what the end result will look like for this part of the process, but let me show you. So basically we're going to be using one of my favorite tools. It's this little handy Milwaukee 6 foot, pretty nice, pretty handy. And basically, so this first measurements that we're going to be taking are where these screws will be landing on the face of this board. So as you can see, basically we're going to have these landing right here, right? I've already taken the measurements, so I know that the length of this board is 9 centimeters by about 1.8 centimeters, give or take 2 centimeters if you want to be kind about it. So basically what that means, what that translates to, is that in order to repeat, I guess, those lines or those measurements, and to ensure that we'll hit our board where we want to hit our board, we can measure the same measurements, except now I know that I want to draw 2 screws. So we'll divide 9 into 3 separate pieces, and that'll give us 2 measurements. The first one will be at our 3 centimeter mark, and the second one is going to be at our 6 centimeter mark. And as you can see, the reason why we have so much excess is because these boards are not the same length, as you can see. So we don't want to go putting our marks too far apart, because we won't have enough space. And a physical demonstration of that part of the process, we're going to go ahead and drill our holes right here. So our first one, you're going to go ahead and set your drill bit to where you want it to be, and then you're going to apply some pressure one time, and then you're just going to clean up the hole a little bit so it looks nice. Once you got your 2 marks done, it should look something like this. So now you can see on both this side and this side we have our marks. So now that we know this board is going to meet this board right there. Alright friends, so we're going to be doing this, what I consider the second part of the process. I also consider this the hardest part of the process, mostly because of the awkward angle of the drill. But we're going to go ahead and be repeating these measurements right here, and we're going to be repeating them right here. Now I do want to explain the importance of pre-drilling your holes before you put any screws in. So the reason why we do that is because this creates space for this screw to go in while still maintaining a tight grip on whatever you're trying to hold together, right? So the beauty is that instead of you splitting the wood and then the wood cracking and splitting apart, which then loses its structural rigidity, you are making space for the screw, and by then in turn giving the wood some space for that screw, so the wood doesn't expand and crack. So that is the importance of pre-drilling your holes. And so basically now we're going to be repeating these measurements. And the beauty is that we already know our measurements because we know that, again, this board is 9 centimeters wide and about 1.8 centimeters thick. So we can repeat these two measurements by simply going to the face of our board, which we are going to use, which for now we'll use this one. And we're going to use our handy pencil to come here. I'm going to line the tape measure up and bring it right here. And then as you can see, we're going to go ahead and put one mark at the 3 centimeter and one mark at the 6 centimeter. Then you're going to bring your board like this, and you're going to measure. And you're simply going to transfer wherever you put that original dot. And you're going to make sure that is towards the center of the board. So, let me put this for you all, so you all can then go ahead and see these as we just marked them clearly. So as you can see, that's how we repeat. Alrighty friends, so now that you have transferred your marks and they're nice and solid and easy for you to see, you're gonna get your handy Milwaukee drill. If you don't have Milwaukee, shout out Milwaukee. And then you're gonna line it up, and while maintaining pressure, maybe you can hold it with your knees. Try to keep your drill as straight as possible as you enter. The wood will resist, but we will win. And just go ahead and clean up that hole a little bit. And go ahead and flip the board. Repeat the process for the other side. We can actually go a little. There we go. Go a little faster. And now we have our boards. I mean, we have our holes. Oh my gosh. But yeah, there we go. Yeah. There we go. I built the base already. So basically, this is gonna go like that. Attached like that, right? Oh my gosh, like that. And then, alrighty friends, so as you can see, it is now the next day. I went ahead and built our base already, and I have attached it to our frame. We have already got it centered out. If you want to go ahead and show them that, as you can see, our level shows center, so that's how we want it. And now I have not tested this theory yet, but my theory was that I wanted to build it at a slope. Can anyone think of the reason why? Water, that's correct. We want water to run off this way, not towards the back end and gather here. So we're gonna check the slope real quick. I could be wrong here, but as you can see, we do have a slight slope, and that is what you want to see, so that water will not get stuck up here. So, and as you can see, we don't want it too exaggerated because we don't want to be working on a surface that feels so uneven that we don't feel comfortable, you know what I'm saying? But as you can see, I mean, I've only put in one nail and one screw, and I have full confidence that this base is pretty sturdy. So yeah, this is the progress so far. What I'm gonna be doing now is I'm gonna be going ahead and getting our drill here and putting in the rest of our pilot hole for our anchor, point. As you can see, I want one more over here, and we're gonna have 4 more on the other side, repeated that same process. So yeah, this is our update so far, and then we'll keep you updated as we move on to our next steps.